Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to another exciting Alpha Hour. JC, what's going on?
I I cannot contain the hype. It is overflowing from my veins like too much liquor.
Woo! Let's go,
Pew,
guys.
pew, pew,
We
pew, pew,
have
pew. Okay.
we have some really exciting news tonight, guys. Lots of stuff to talk about, and we have a special guest, as I'm sure most of you guys know.
Negative
Um,
ice. Negative. Don't
ooh.
don't 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 associate us with those freaking losers. I've already been pre-gaming. This is my second glass, so yeah, let's go.
Let's go. All right, guys. Well, we are going to get right into it. We have lots of prizes and, to be quite frank, money to give away tonight. So, everyone strap in, get ready. We got Serum City passes, we got Ape Token, we have Alpha, and we have someone to be our guide along the way. Hint, hint. We are excited. Let's go, guys.
Hey,
Yes,
but
we're
we
going to get.
we we have to. We can't bury the lead. We just
Woo!
we just hit 2,000 members.
Yeah, guys, huge accomplishment. I just want to take a minute to just thank every single one of you guys that are here. We know that a lot of people aren't able to make it to these events sometimes because of the timing, but I do want to give a huge shout out to just every single Alpha Origin community member. I mean, it's a huge accomplishment for us. Coming from a Discord who has organically grown, we've never, you know, done those things or bring people in, you know what I mean? Like the bots and artificially inflate our numbers. We've always been about organic growth. And here we are at 2,000 members and we are just ready to keep moving, guys. We are so excited to be here. And once again, we have brought an incredible guest with tons of alpha for you guys.
Here comes the
Um,
invite.
yeah. So this gentleman has been an absolute tool for us. And I
Hey,
mean
that
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 in the
sounded. I was like,
best.
that sounded bad.
I know that sounded
Like,
so horrible.
like
He has been
utility,
essential.
utility. Like he's not a tool. He's I don't know. I'm trying to save it here, Reptar. You just like that was bad.
No, jeez. Damn, maybe I should have some alcohol before we started here. Anyway, guys, totally,
We're off
to
to a
be,
great start.
I know.
Oh
Well, guys,
gosh.
in all seriousness, this guy has been an absolute asset. There we go.
Yes,
To
that's the
us
word. Yes, yes, yes.
at Alpha Origins when it comes to kind of like digging into a lot of what I'm sure you guys are very familiar with. Yuga Labs has built over the past like year. He has been an incredible contribution to content, getting new people into the different games that we're going to talk about tonight. And I just want to give a huge shout out and a big thanks to Justin for coming and just for all the content that he makes in regards to and everything Yuga and some of the other games that he's been showing us. I mean, he is really does deep dives into these projects that we're going to talk about tonight. And if you guys are looking to learn more after tonight about how to get into these games and what all these games are about, he is going to be your first stop after you get in here. But first of all, welcome, Justin. You're not a tool. Thank you so much for
You are an
coming.
asset.
And
You are a valuable, valuable asset. Guys, welcome, Justin. You guys, this is kind of a new thing for us, or maybe a return of an old thing. We've picked back up this concept of the Alpha Hour, our first game night of the month. We have a guest or guests that come in and give us the alpha about a specific project, or in Justin's case, a range of projects that are all tied together. And Justin is just a fount of knowledge, all things Yuga related and faraway games. If you have not been paying attention to what he's been talking about in our Discord, Justin, thanks, man. You've made it a whole lot easier for us just because we can't know everything about everything, and so just having you just jump into our community and just throw knowledge at us has been great, man. So welcome. Thanks for showing up tonight and dropping some alpha on us.
Yo, thank you guys for having me. Of course, especially for the big intros. Honestly, yeah, wow. Okay, I can totally understand. Yugaverse is just a whole complex of collections. You got Kodamars, you got the Board Ape Yacht Club, you got Other Side, you got now you have Faraway, now you have Legends of the Mara, and you have Doogie Dash. I could go on forever. And I don't even know where you guys want to start. To be honest, like what are you looking at Dookie Dash? Are you looking at, Legends of the Mara? Are you looking at just Other Side in general?
Let's talk.
You know,
Isn't Dookie Dash the OG Yuga Labs game, or do we want to go back
Yeah,
to
that's
Other
the
Side Land? Like, and guys, click the
so you know
source. We
what?
we will be playing games throughout this, so just keep an eye on your chat here. We'll be playing
Yes.
games. We'll be giving away
So
prizes. So, but that'll be on the side as Justin drops massive amounts of knowledge on us.
nice. Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, Justin, if we could kind of just go back to the beginning, I guess. I really want to talk about Serum City and Legends of the Mara. We can talk about kind of the exciting new update that's coming tomorrow as well. But I guess let's start at the beginning. Like, how did you get involved in Yuga? And what was like the first project that kind of got you into their whole ecosystem? Because again, like you said, there's so many of them.
Oh yeah, okay. I should probably start from the beginning. Okay, so I started in crypto back in 2020, just like everybody else. When we're all at home, we're all we don't really have anything to do because we're all in lockdown. So I decided to do the what else do you do when you're a 20-year-old with just a lot of money and you're just like, well, what do I buy? And it's just like, okay, well, I guess I'll just buy crypto because that's what we're all here for. And I immediately was drawn to the incentive loops and the principles of like game ownership, especially as it pertains to like the blockchain. And I was looking at the environment, and I was like, okay, it seems like we have a couple big players here. Seems like Yuga actually has other side where we can jump in. And I remember buying one. And I was like, okay, what am I gonna what's my expectation? And I jumped into the first trip. Mind you, I actually missed the second trip because the the bear market happened and we had to go back to our jobs. But essentially, what happened was I saw the first trip and I was wowed. I was like, "Oh my god, this is the most amount of people I've ever seen in a game all together at the same time," and that really sold me personally. And I was like, "Okay, wow, this is amazing." There's a whole. I immediately thought of Ready Player One. That's what most people would, kind of see. It's kind of like, it's like, oh my gosh, we actually own our lands, we have resources, there's a game. And at that time I was like, okay, I'm pretty sold on this, I'll keep my eye on it. And then the bear market happened, and then I just went to work and attention span, all that kind of stuff. And then I came back and I was like, I missed the second trip. Oh my god! And then I figured out. Oh my gosh! There's only, we're just kind of waiting for the third trip. We're waiting for apes to come home. And I remember starting my YouTube channel, and just because I was just tired of sending people like 1,000 messages in DMs, like trying to tell them to buy crypto. And now I just don't do that anymore. I just make the videos, but I don't talk about price or anything really related to that because when you talk about price, it gets into a weird spot. I'm just more focused on, hey, what's the game experience? What's something that what's something that you can really relate to with regards to just being in game with your friends and just having a good time. And just have that value in the digital asset, just on the side if you want to. And of course, we're seeing an explosion of these types of games, like in parallel, a couple other games that I've been trying out. And it's just really wild to see the competition landscape get so, competitive, really. And honestly, I've been seeing a lot of you guys play a ton of games in the Alpha Origins server. That's really exciting to see because when I came back, I was like, oh my God, there's so many more games that are in development and I have to try all of them. Not just Other Side, but again, Other Side is my mastery. Well, it's the thing I built my channel around, and I wanted to talk about deeds, I want to talk about resources, I want to talk about all these things and explain them one by one. And I just figured out, okay, well, they each little section makes one nice 10-minute video, so I guess I'll just go through everything. And of course, there's still stuff that we don't know, of course, as they're building in public, as they are, just putting things together, as what the market wants, as what the people want. So again, we do have the Other Side whatchamacallit? It's the town hall. That's literally tomorrow. That's tomorrow. I'm pretty excited for that.
Oh my gosh, I am so hyped, guys. Like, in case, and for those of you guys who don't know, they have town hall meetings with all the the Bored Ape and Mutant Ape holders and stuff. And this is Garga, who's the leader of the project, came right out and said, we're not doing Discord anymore. We're gonna do the meetings on the other side. And it's just like such a huge announcement. No build up, no lead up to it. That's what these guys do. They give us a huge bullish announcement with only 2 days notice. And we are so hyped because, as Justin said, we actually got to participate in the Apes Come Home event in the second trip. It's funny that you missed the second one because I missed the first one, Justin.
Oh
But
my god, yo.
yeah, but we have been around in the other side for a long time. And if you guys remember when gas last cycle was at like disgusting like 10,000 Gwei, I don't even remember what it was. It was just so ridiculous that we were just like, people were paying multiple ETH in gas fees to mint these land plots, guys. Like the floor on them was like 10 ETH at one point. I mean, it's just insane. And obviously, the bear market has just kicked every NFT as far down as possible. But here we are tomorrow, really seeing again kind of like what the other side has to offer. And every time there's one of these events, they really are unforgettable. You guys can go on YouTube and check out some of the streams from some of these events that other people have posted. We also did a stream as well, and I'm sure Justin, did his. And tomorrow, guys, be on the lookout because we're gonna be posting some stuff as well. Because as Justin said, this is probably the biggest metaverse project in Web3, and it's been so highly anticipated that tomorrow is finally the day that we're gonna get some clear answers about the future. So I'm so excited, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yuga is
Oh, go
Yuga
ahead,
is the
JC.
big boys. That's it. Yuga is the big boys. Yuga is the OGs, and I'm freaking ecstatic to say that I got my little mutant ape, which is not a bored ape, but it's a mutant ape now, and not at the height of the bull run when they were at like 20 ETH and bored apes were going for 150 ETH. And like Reptar was saying, back when they launched their other side land for the first time, they crashed gas. Gas was like $2,000 or $3,000 just for gas, not for the item. And these land plots were going for 10 ETH plus. And once again, I'm super happy to say I sure as heck did not pay 10 ETH for my land. But if it goes back to 10 ETH, I'll be happy to sell to somebody. Because I mean, in the end, aren't we all about just making that money?
I mean, yeah,
100%.
a lot of people are.
And so kind of like I know a lot of you guys might not be able to participate in the other side. I know they're kind of expensive. They're sitting at around 0.2 right now, but I do think that's still cheap to own land in the most successful NFT project in Web3. And there's like, we're not going to be able to go through everything today, guys. I mean, like, Justin's probably sitting there wiping his forehead already, just like, damn, like, so much to talk about.
I'm sweating.
Because it's a lot. It's overwhelming, guys. There's so much behind the ecosystem. But again, that's why his content is so valuable. So I do want to kind of
Hey,
transition more into kind of like what
Justin,
came
do you have the ability to drop your link, your YouTube channel in the Game Night chat? I think we have it elsewhere on the Discord, but as people are here right now,
Yeah, I can do that.
if you don't have the link, send it to Reptar and he can drop it in there. We will also have all of Justin's links. If we don't have them already, I think we do, but we'll put them in the partner channel. Just okay,
100%,
Ice, that's
dude.
fine. Since we're playing a classic Rumble, we will activate the JC3 bounty. It will be a machete. You kill me with a machete, we will send you $50 in H bar. How's H bar sound? I like H bar.
Ooh, he's liking the H bar. So yeah, so I guess we should so a lot of our people actually aren't familiar with Faraway and Yuga because of the other side. I know that a
Sure.
lot of us like OGs, like other side is the thing we're most excited to see. But one thing that every single community member almost I feel like has gotten into since we started playing is Serum City. So I really kind of want to get into kind of like it's a little different because Far Away is involved, and that's we can get into kind of what happened there with the migration of Legends of Mara and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I just want to say like a lot of our people have really been enjoying Serum City, and I see a Hound and some other guys in the audience too, from uh, the Mutant Cartel and stuff. It's awesome to have you guys, and we have just been really, really enjoying it. So, in case you guys didn't know, the Mutant Cartel is a group that took the IP that they were granted from buying the Mutant Apes, and they created this game with Faraway. And Faraway is a Web3 gaming company that is developing not only one game, not two games, not even three games, but four games. So, Justin, if can we? I guess you could start with Dookie Dash because that was the first one that came out, and then we can kind of get into a little bit about what your thoughts on Serum City.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. So I should probably yeah, I can start with Doogie Dash Unclogged. So when I did get my hands on Doogie Dash Unclogged, I was playing on the desktop version, and I would say, yeah, I really like it. Honestly, I do think that Faraway has been put in charge of handling the first touch for mainstream for the Yugaverse itself. And again, I do believe that they are focusing on like the interoperability aspects. So, if you have a specific avatar, you can have it explore these different experiences, just whether in in mobile fashion or not. Of course, Dookie Dash is going to have a bunch of, just leaderboards, seasonal rewards, even ApeCoin rewards, of course. And then additionally, like, it's just a good game. It's really smooth. I found that it was, quite hard to really compete with a lot of the guys up there. But again, just keep in mind that the boosts are totally earnable in the game. I know that a lot of it is interoperable with, just the regular Google Pay store. So, I mean, I would say it's not necessarily pay to win, of course. I know if you have some certain types of avatars, you will have those like bonuses. But I don't think those necessarily impact it too much, in my opinion. I think you can still get past with just skill by yourself, of course. So there is that way to get there. So yeah, I mean, honestly, once Doogie Dash rolls out, I know it's been rolling out in the Philippines, and a couple other region locked areas. So we are seeing it roll out. They're getting a lot of testing back. On the other side, on the faraway end of things, just to get everything smooth. Well, not yeah, far away on the faraway end of things. So yeah, that's what I would say with Doogie Dash. I like it a lot. It's very smooth and it's just a good experience. And there's rewards if you feel free to if you
So,
want to take part in that as well.
for the people that haven't played or not familiar, what type of game is Dookie Dash? Like, what would you
Oh,
compare it
that
to?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you guys are familiar with the era of, Temple Run and Subway Surfers and, Jetpack Joyride, it would be something similar to that, except you're just in a tunnel, riding on top of a rocket ship with, like a ragdoll board ape or any type of the avatars that, may be available in the faraway shop. And you're just gonna go as far into the sewers as possible. Again, it is Doogie Dash for a reason.
Oh yeah, getting those sewers, dude. And honestly, I was excited. I played it on iOS, guys, because they gave a few people early access, and I actually got approved, and I was so excited. It's still on my iPhone right now, and it's just so cool. And it kind of cemented Faraway as like a legitimate, not a Web3 company, but a legitimate game development company. Like a real studio that makes real games that are good games. That's the caveat. Like these games are good quality and they're fun. You guys know that from playing Serum City, which we can get into here in a minute.
Hey,
Um,
Reptar, did
but
we? I told everybody for that one we were going to give away a Serum City pass. Is that what we were doing?
yeah, we can do that. We'll actually,
Pickle,
I'll go ahead and we'll
Pickle, are
do
you
another.
sure you want us to pass along a Serum City land plot?
That's okay. He's got a platinum pass thing, so he might be in for a bigger giveaway later.
Ooh, yeah, you should probably if you have
Ooh.
a platinum pass, yeah, we got you, fam.
But we'll get into that later. But yeah, guys. I mean, I have been actually really impressed with Faraway. I was just in their Discord actually completely just fudding, but I was asking a lot of questions that a lot of people have been asking me. So I got to be the messenger that everybody shot in chat, which was wonderful.
That's what we're here
But
for.
and that's the thing, guys. We're here to ask the hard questions and stuff, and to figure out what's going on. But honestly, from everything I've seen from far away, their communication is A+, their product is A+, and they understand crypto. So I think Yuga was very. They didn't just kind of be like, oh, we're gonna make them make this game for us. They really took the time, I think, and saw the products that Faraway had developed for them, and I think they were like, yeah, this is who we want to carry forth Legends of the Mara, which we can get into again in a second, Justin. But I want to know, I really kind of want to know your thoughts on Serum City, just because a lot of our community members have really been enjoying it. It's probably one of the games that we're all playing the most right now. Smack the battle bot, yeah, I can do that.
There it goes.
But oh, there we go.
It's modern,
So
guys. There's no bounty on me in the modern era.
ooh, we have modern. That's sick. Thank you for doing that, Ice. That's why. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of want to get just maybe your first impressions from Serum City and kind of your thoughts on it. I am personally excited for season 2, which starts in about 30 days, for that ape coin prize pool. So your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. I can talk about Serum City as well in the larger context of like Faraway Suite. So I would say Serum City, if you like city builder games, just a basic guideline. If you like that type of resource management, if you like just having a casual game that you can just come back to every once in a while or grind out if you feel like you need to, then Serum City is something that you can try out, of course. And I would say, the battle, I would say the HQs also do provide some sort of, I guess they're going to be like HQ benefits at the end of the season, I believe. There's specific blessings or upgrades or stuff like that. But outside of that, I mean, the game runs pretty smooth. I mean, if you like having, that experience, I guess it's probably a good segue into the world of the mutant hounds as well as the mutant ape yacht club, because that particular function and ecosystem like operates a little bit, outside of the bounds of, Yuga itself, despite being under the overarching Yugaverse, mainly because it's headed by Lior and the cartel over there, and they have their entire like storyline and narrative inside of Serum City. So that's really exciting to see. I really like to see that, the elevation of community members in that particular regard. Just because it's really like community ownership of the IP, and I think they do pay out royalties to those who had their stuff, featured as characters inside of the game. So that was pretty exciting. I really like that. But as a game experience, yeah, of course, it was fun to play, grind out the recipes, getting up to those levels. And eventually, of course,
Oh,
all game
I
loops are just,
I gotta
or go ahead.
ask Justin. I'm sorry, but I
Sure.
gotta ask. You said recipes. Do you have
Sure.
any legendary recipes?
Oh man,
I
the
would I would
legendary
not ask. I'm not
recipes
asking you
are
to
evasive,
share. I'm
man.
not asking you to share. I'm just asking if you have any.
I actually do not, but I do think you would be able to find them inside of the mutant cartel. And I know it's pretty competitive right now, especially since everybody's trying to grind into those leaderboards for the blessings, the seasonal rewards, trying to get to the very top. So it's pretty competitive. But as things, a lot of people spent, there's a lot of microtransactions too. So I mean, feel free to use those to, accelerate your progress. But I mean, I think people are relatively lax about sharing the recipes in the cartel server too. Of course, I know that NFT also has a specific channel. I know other space maybe as well. So those channels might be better to explore with regards to specific like legendary recipes. I know a lot of the cartel members on the hounds also post threads on what recipes they have. So I'd probably have to take a look back there. But I remember making a video that compiled I think either the commons up until epic, but I can't say I have any on hand or that I'm using for legendary recipes, unfortunately, just because there's just so much to bound, just so much content to juggle. Um, it's just been crazy, man. That's all I can say about that.
Oh yeah, it's I will say, and we have the link in our in the Yuga channel. It's pinned for one of the users over from the Mutant Cartel has posted on Twitter or X all of the recipes for commons, uncommons, rares, or maybe it's just uncommons, rares, and epics. I don't know. The three lower tiers.
Yeah.
I've asked a few times in the cartel channel, and the people that do have the legendary recipes are pretty. Those are pretty closely guarded, and I don't blame them because
Okay.
in
Okay.
order to find them, they had to spend a
Yeah.
lot of money to
Yeah.
to get in there and to locate them because it's and yes excuse me, got a chip stuck in my throat there. J J Tobcat or JT Obcat, I don't know.
Oh my God, dude, he's crazy.
But yeah,
On top of the
all
leaderboard.
of
Dude,
his
I saw those leaderboards. Insane.
Oh yeah, here, let's see if I can find him on the leaderboards right now. Guys, as you can see, like I have personally been grinding. I'm level 38. I mean, I'm using JC's ape right here. He's using the other one. I mean, we're really getting into this. I think right now I've been slacking because, so don't judge me. I'm only 207. That is gonna be top 100 in the next few weeks, guys. I promise. I have been slacking, but yeah, he's right here. Look at this guy. He's getting all of these chests, guys. So if you remember back in the days of like big time, like when we all started getting into big time, and we got those chests, the mystery boxes, if you will. We didn't know what they did for a long time, and then we opened them, and then we were all millionaires. I mean, close, but not quite. And so like
thousandaires, hundred airs.
thousandaire. But I mean, guys, like there's a lot of opportunity here. We know, Justin, I'm sure you already are familiar with this, but I heard some rumors that these are going to be car parts, that are going to be used
Hmm.
for turf wars, basically, where you're going to be able to
Oh.
attack
Oh,
other
there's
players.
PvP coming, guys. PvP.
Yeah,
Like
there's a
land
lot.
raids. Let's go.
Yeah, there's a lot coming. As you guys see, there's 25 days left to the leaderboard for the season. And after this, they are going to be starting season 2. There's a lot going on for season 2. But I just the quality of the game, guys. I mean, like you zoom in here and you see all the little details of like all the different assets, all the little apes walking around, the cars driving. I mean, just aesthetically, this is such a pleasing game to just kind of look at. And like as Justin was saying, they kind of built the mutant hound and the ape lore into it.
Yeah,
Like with
it's
some of these
obviously a
ideas.
mutated landscape. It's obviously you've got the mutant serum, which if you know the history of the bored apes, you could buy mutant serums that would create a mutant ape from your bored ape, and so there's a long history and a long lore base that they've incorporated into this, and the hounds are just like we've been talking about. They're not officially a Yuga Labs NFT, but they are people who are bored ape and mutant ape owners who took the IP with Yuga's permission and added to it. And there's a storyline that's a lot of fun. The characters, the people that have different apes or different hounds that are being used, you can see in the bottom there. Um, there's the story, for example. But those people that own those particular apes, those are actual NFTs, and that's the beautiful thing I think about Web3 and blockchain and NFTs in particular is if I own that, it's mine. If you want to use it, it's mine. You have to pay me for it. It's my property now. So
And I
which is
do want to
so different from Web2 games.
I want to give a shout out to DJ. So DJ is actually he actually purchased one of the mutant hounds when we first started getting into this.
Oh hey,
Um,
what did Serena just win? I forgot to mention the prizes for this. We did an ape.
their choice of either ape or a Serum City Pass, whichever one
Okay,
they
there you
want.
go. Serena, just let us know in your ticket if you would prefer, I don't know, $5 worth of ape coin, or if you would prefer a Serum City Pass. Just put it in your support ticket. We'll get those out to you. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, but yeah, so yeah, Justin, I guess, so have you been, is Serum City one of the ones that you've been getting into, or are you more into Legends of the Mara? And if you want, we can kind of start talking about Legends of the Mara here in a second, but yeah, I'm just curious, like, which one are you particularly, like, degenning the most on?
Oh man. Okay, that's a pretty easy question. Well, as much as I like Serum City, I like city builders, but I am waiting for Legends of the Mara because I do have a Kodamara, And I'm curious how they are going to integrate, Kodamaras and, Kodas into, some similar type of game experience and, mobile, um, probably mobile compatible, like Legends of Tomorrow full release,
Can
because we did see some of those, like, what do you call it, updates, um, screenshots. But yeah, I think I
Yeah.
would be waiting for Legends of the Mara, the full version for
can
sure.
you give everyone a little rundown here? Because we're also live streaming, and if people are listening live or watching,
Sure.
can you kind of give, because you probably know this better than we do, just there was a brief history of there's a Legends of the Mara quote game right now, but it is not what is going to be there come this fall or Q4 of this year. Can you kind of talk about what happened there? Why there's going to be a big change?
Yeah. Yeah, so I can give a brief rundown of the current state of Legends of the Mara. So as Reptar here has up here, he has his so basically Legends of the Mara is essentially you fight your bosses, you have your codas, you have your assets, you basically have your character in game, and you're basically fighting these bosses, and you just let them sit there. It's just basically more like a casual AFK game where you can log in and use your abilities against the bosses. And this was developed by iCandy, of which I don't believe is heading Legends of the Mara anymore. I know Yuga
Definitely
did
not.
transition. Yeah, yeah, they transitioned over to Faraway. Faraway is more, probably more nuanced with the execution of these, the overarching ecosystem and providing like usable, playable games that people can interact with. And so far in the current like past seasons, we've just been fighting the bosses. We've been, gathering all our ship parts, gathering all these things at that. When you okay, so basically when you fight a boss, it'll take a certain amount of time just because your Kodas and Kodamaras have specific abilities, and it'll take a certain amount of time to get the reward chest at the end. And basically, we're grinding for ships, we're grinding for ship parts, we're grinding for catalysts, and then catalysts are used to they're kind of like egg things that you feed to your Maras to evolve them into Kodamaras, like what Reptar has in front of his screen right here, and those are essentially PFPs under the Faraway brand, under Faraway's tutelage now. So again, Faraway is going to be in charge of transitioning and basically building out the full game in very likely a mobile experience or compatible, where we can manage our quotas, we can manage our camps, we can fight our bosses, we can probably hatch our eggs and stuff like that. So, we're still waiting for the full game. I do believe, we'll see that over time in the later half of later half of the year. But again, I am just in the same position as everybody else. We're just kind of speculating. We're just kind of waiting to see how Faraway does execute with that. Um,
So you guys in our
yeah.
community know, and again, welcome to all the new folks. We've added 600 people in the last week or so. So a big shout out to our guys at Dot who have started our ad campaign for us, for bringing on all these new members. If you're new, if you're catching us on X, if you're new to our Discord, welcome. This is kind of what we do. We talk about the different games, but if you'll look on Reptar's screen here, you can see the master chest. These are all the different rewards that you get. The cool thing about Legends of the Mara and Serum City and these other Yuga Lab games is you get prizes. This is Legends of the Mara, and this is just, let's call this Legends of the Mara 1.0, and they've shared some screenshots and some footage of what they're going to be changing, and it's going to be so much better than this. But you don't just win stuff for Legends of the Mara. Some of the prizes that Reptar's going to get in this chest apply to Serum City or to Dookie Dash, or there you go. All of these chests have different items in them that are usable across the ecosystems, which I think is a great move to add utility. For example, you see the mutant ape that I have and Reptar is using on his land. If you had a mutant ape, you got a free Serum City mutant ape headquarters land. So you just had to claim it. And so they're tying utility in across the ecosystem, and then they're tying the games in. And it's even now, this particular game right here, Legends of the Mara, you can spend tokens for the auto battler, which will automatically shoot your special attacks for you, so you don't have to do it manually. Or you can do it manually. It's just they're building uh, interoperability and all these connections between the games, which is what I think can make an ecosystem really valuable. And so
A
I'm looking
hundred
forward
percent,
to.
dude. That's I think the biggest thing that we're seeing from the Yuga and Faraway. I don't want to call it a merger because it's not, but it's almost like they contracted them, kind of like how the military contracts Boeing when they want to, make a guy disappear. If you know what I'm saying, that was for you, Range. But yeah, realistically, it's kind of like a partnership. Yeah, they're working very much hand in hand together. And as you guys know, like, just to clarify, what you guys are seeing on my screen right now is the eye candy version of Legends of the Mara. Faraway has taken over the IP from Yuga, and they are going to be building the new version that you guys see. Um, the the ships that I'm posting, the kind of screenshots. This is going to be called Legends of the Mara Rise. So quotation Rise. So these are going to be all of the different ecosystems that are going to be built on top of Yuga's IP, and Faraway is really kind of ushering them into this. So it's really exciting to see. And as you guys know, I have a Kodamara as my PFP. Believe it or not, Justin is way more bullish on Legends of the Mara than I am, even though you guys have heard me talk about
I don't
nothing
think
else.
that's possible. No one is more bullish than Reptar. By the way, guys, this is Reptar. This is your guys. We also have a community pool land and battler rocking too. Okay, so
Yeah, let me just share that. So, unfortunately, we here I have both of them right here. So we have a couple lands here for AO that we've been that we've been mining with. So here are again, this ends in 5 days. So what you guys are seeing, and this is only one account. We have more on the other account. I just don't have it logged in right now. But as you see, we are placing our little guys on our other deed. So right now, this game spawned from the other side. These deeds from these lands that we owned. So this is kind of like the first taste of utility from this, guys, and it's really awesome because um, so there's a caveat to this, and I'll get into this in a little bit. And I really want to hear this is the thing I'm most interested to hear from Justin about. So the other side, they gave us these little eggs that hatch these creatures, and then we can use them to mine the resources that we have on our different plots and stuff. But what ended up happening is they sold, not exactly sold, but they contracted Faraway to develop it for them because Eye Candy, a studio name Eye Candy, actually you can see them down here, and Animoca Brands sound familiar? They were kind of working together to make this. Yuga wasn't super happy with the end product that Eye Candy came out with, and neither was the community, so they contracted Faraway. Unfortunately, the only negative thing about the kind of the future of how this whole ecosystem is going to interact is um, Legends of the Mara. These creatures are kind of being shipped off to do their own game, and then it's no longer going to be connected as directly to the other side. It may be further down the road, but as of right now, the other deeds are not going to be used in Legends of the Mara Rise. So Justin, I kind of want to like pick your brain a little bit on like your feelings about that and kind of like what you think about, was that a good decision? Should I be panicking? Like, and to be totally serious, I do think it's a really good thing. I think it shows that they're serious and that they wanted to deliver a good product. But I do want to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on it.
Oh man. Okay. So it's going to be a little bit nuanced in the way that I describe the way that Kodamars function in other side. Like, I definitely want to see Kodas have 3D models at some point, but we all know how long 3D models take, especially with the Mutant Ape Yacht Club. That's taking a long time. We're probably going to see Kodas first before mutants, I believe, and I would say with regards to land not being used inside of Legends of the Mara Rise, I would say that's largely due to the stipulation of the Google App Store, mainly because the way that they run the rules over in the Google and the Apple App Store, and just the way for Web3 to reach mainstream audiences and actually have a pathway to bring new entrants, to actually attract new attention without it just being, just crazy for people trying to, set up wallets and stuff like that and, have to deal with all the security concerns. It's like they have to remove a lot of the NFT advantages with regards to it's just because it's the rules. Like, you can't necessarily have something that is token gated in the Google App Store just because that's not part of the payment model, right? You're just dealing with the nascent space of the industries merging together, right? We're seeing a lot of the ways that people are, you know, that different economies and games are tackling this. Like, just to briefly touch on Parallel has it functioning concurrently, where they have like a Web3 model and then a Web2 model. You can play Parallel absolutely free, and then of course you'll be able to see if you have the NFT cards, you'll be able to earn inside of the game. But that's just an analogous model. With regards to like Legends of Tomorrow Rise, I do think that Faraway is just in charge of having that, again, like I said, that first mainstream touch towards just saying, hey, this is a successful IP that people can emotionally say, hey, I really like the art, I really like the game experience. With regards to how that would impact floor prices, of course I don't really like talking about it, I just don't know. With regards to land and how the resources will work, again, I would defer that to tomorrow. We're literally going to hear from the man himself on how the direction of other side is going to develop. And probably, I'm not sure if he's going to necessarily talk about the interoperability and like the scope of the, integration of like Kodamaras and lands between the two ecosystems, right? Just because that's probably still just being developed right now, in my opinion. Like it's really hard to balance the sentiment of like the overarching community as well as what is appropriate with a mainstream like app store, and then additionally like juggling other side on the Web3 space. But honestly, I think the funnel is pretty simple. You provide a good experience for people inside of the app store, mainstream, saying, hey, I like this art, I can maybe make another step towards playing inside of other side, seeing what's happening there, especially as they build out that social platform, the user generated content games, like in the examples of say Roblox and Fortnite, as well as having those centralized locations for all the communities to converge, right? And I might uh, talk about that in just I guess I'll just talk about it now, right? I think
Yeah,
other side,
drop it.
yeah, I should probably talk
Drop
about
that
other side.
alpha.
So with regards to how I think they're going to roll other side out, right? I talk about persistent worlds a lot. And again, we've seen in the first town hall with Daniel Allegre before he stepped down, and Greg Garga stepped up. He did allude to Moonbird's universe, and we did just see that post on Monday about it. And we talked about Valoria, where that IP will have a specific place in other side, right? For other side to be a successful user generated content platform, you need to have a narrative spine. You need to have a place where people can see proof of concept. And those places are going to be places like Boy Yacht Club. Those places are going to be places like Metropolis, right? Those places are going to be places like Valoria. And then, of course, there's probably a world build. There's probably an island for the Kodas, and that'll probably include Kodamaras. And then additionally, I know there are a couple others like Heavy Metal Arena, but we just don't have that many details on that in particular. So we'll just have to wait until we see that. Did you have something to? Do you have something to respond?
Oh yeah, I was gonna wait for you to finish, but no, like, and just to clarify, there's actually two AMAs that are happening this week, guys, that are really gonna kind of maybe give us some clarity on all these things that Justin was just talking about. Tomorrow, as we already talked about, is the big event where Garga, if you guys don't know, he's the leader of the Board Ape Yacht Club. He kind of took over. They recently just hired the president and CEO of a little company you guys might know called Epic Games, and I think it was the vice president. I'm not sure. It could be wrong, but somebody high up at Riot Games as well, who you guys might have heard of. I mean, they are really looking. They're hiring the best in the industry, and they're really looking to, put out good products. And we finally get to see, kind of the culmination of that tomorrow. But also, Faraway is hosting an AMA, the first kind of like community event, ask questions and give answers about Legends of the Mara, and that's going to be on Friday, guys. I haven't even posted that in the Discord yet. I will post that after we get done. But for those of you that are really curious about kind of the future of Legends of the Mara, kind of where Serum City and Dookie Dash are going, you guys need to be there on Friday because that is good. There's going to be tons of information. I have it marked on my calendar. This week's going to be insane for me because tomorrow, me and Justin and all of the other apes and voyagers in the Yuga Labs ecosystem are all going to be sitting in the audience waiting for some serious alpha. And then the next day, on Friday, we get to do the same thing in Discord and hang out with the people over at Faraway. So this week is just, I'm so excited for this week,
What
man.
is
I really am.
TWSS post? I can't see that photo. What is that? Holy cow, we got a whale.
Oh, look at him! Yeah. So yeah. Again, love to see a mutant hound in here, man. Welcome. And I haven't done a game in a while. Let's give some stuff away, guys. But yeah. So a lot of people are really excited for this, guys. This is gonna be a big moment, and I'm telling you right now, not financial advice, but if there is a huge announcement about Other Side tomorrow, the floor is really cheap right now compared to where they were at. I mean, you know what Yuga does. They're one announcement away from a 2 ETH floor. You know what I mean? So, or nothing could happen. But regardless, you guys aren't spending 10 ETH on land. It's not like it as expensive as it was before. I think right now is an incredible opportunity for people to purchase lands in the other side. Just because, FUD is maximum right now. NFTs are getting hit hard. Point two. If you told me last cycle
Gas
that the
is
other
9.
it's 9 Gwei for gas right now. If you told me this 2 years ago, I would not have believed you. I genuinely would be like, that's not even possible for Gwei to be at 9 and for the other dudes to be at point two. But this is where we are, guys. And
You
tomorrow
realize
is the
back
day.
to and that was not all time high from other deeds. That was just the mint. It's a 50x in ETH
Yeah.
value, not in USD value, in ETH value. It's a 50x in your ETH cost. But we don't give financial advice, but I,
But
I,
we're
I
buying.
may I may
Let's just
see
say
if I
that.
can squeeze some profit somewhere and grab something to flip.
And guys, they're very confusing. There's a lot to learn about the other deeds. What do? I don't know what sediments are. I don't know what artifacts are. I don't know what all of these things are. Which other deeds should I be buying? There's like hundreds of them. Go watch Justin's video, guys. The man is a genius and a degenerate. He goes through all of the stuff, breaks down everything individually. If you guys really are looking into getting another deed, go watch his videos. Seriously.
It's easy mode. And by the way, this is implied just and everyone knows this because we're all internet degens. If you go watch somebody's videos on YouTube, just give them 2 clicks. Give them the like, give them the subscribe, because that's how we all like to make a little passive income.
dude, I just got monetized like a couple days ago.
Oh,
Dude, I'm only gonna
okay.
get like 2 cents a month.
All right.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine. And again, I know you guys are totally all about the not financial advice, of course. I would say just completely transparent. I only have my one deed. I'm super broke. Like, just keep that in mind, guys. I like to cover everything, other deeds and other side related, just because I got tired of explaining it to my friends. Like, it
Yeah,
was
watch
like,
my
how do I
video.
do this?
Like, I'm
Everyone's
tired of
just
saying the
saying
same
I just said the
five
whole,
things. Just here, watch this video. Justin, what is
You're
your
like,
channel
oh,
called? I'm gonna find it and link it right now because
yeah,
I can't get out of my channel.
I
Yeah,
get
no
that
worries.
all the time. Like seriously, people are like, "Oh, he's into NFTs. He must be rich." It's just like, there's definitely a disconnect. So no, we appreciate you saying that. But genuinely, guys, this wasn't a shill. We're not just like bringing him up here because he gave us money or whatever. Like Justin genuinely has really good content, and that's how we found him. We found him because we wanted to learn about
Did I
these
win? Is that
games.
me? Did I win?
Cheater. Everyone's saying rugged and rigged in the chat.
It's not. Hey, we don't rug. We don't rug. We rig, but we don't rug. By the way, there's Justin's channel.
Thanks.
He's it's other guide. I had forgotten that. And okay, the classic's up, so there's another bounty. Hey, if I kill myself, do I get the $50?
Yep, you do.
Sweet.
That's
But
called
I can't kill
Karen.
myself with a machete. Machete. That's
That's
right.
Um,
All right.
but yeah, so
Before we
um,
go further, I want to make one announcement, and then we're going to kill the live stream. But we're going to keep playing here and dishing some more alpha. So if you're watching the live stream and not in our Discord, well, you get a little bit of alpha, but you don't get all the alpha because we want you in our Discord. But we do. I want to announce for our Platinum Pass holders, we do have one last giveaway for you as a thank you for your early support, and also as an example to everyone in the future that's going to be supporting us. This will. So what we're going to do, those people who hold a Platinum Pass or part of a Platinum Pass, if you got in on the early release, basically, it wasn't really a fundraising. It was just kind of a pre-sale because we wanted to get people, long-term people, the best price on our NFT project. So we allowed them to buy 10 NFTs for 1 ETH, which if you can do math, that means the NFTs cost 0.1 ETH each. And if you've done any research at all on our page, you'll know that the whitelist price when we launch here in the very, very near future is going to be 0.14 ETH. So our earliest supporters in our community got the best price. And there's an example of one of our possible generations. I don't know that one specifically will ever come up again, but it could. But so our Platinum Pass holders, we do a giveaway for them, just as a way to say, hey, thank you. You guys supported us. We have a giveaway. We have, if you remember last week, we had the guest H Bar Joe. I'm not sure if he's still in here. He may have had to duck out. But he came in and he talked about Earthlings. And they've got a huge ecosystem that is just brand spanking new. I mean, we're looking probably the end of 2025 before they get to their beta phase. But we're here early. So we picked up a land plot in I guess it's the Earthlings land. I can't remember what their metaverse is called, but we picked up a piece of land. It will be given away to our Platinum Pass holders. So we'll have a drawing set up for that. It's one of those things. It may turn out to be nothing, but it may turn out to be like the Ruby passes for big time, and all you had to do was play the game, and you got drops that eventually turned out to be worth thousands of dollars. So we did pick up a piece of land. We'll start, if you have the Platinum roll, then you will have access to the Platinum Pass giveaway. So that's a thank you for you, but it's also to point out to all of the people that are new, and people that are watching the live stream, and people that are thinking about getting involved in our community. This is how we're going to treat our holders in the future. Eventually, the Platinum giveaways will morph into the holders giveaways. So if you hold one of our NFTs, you'll have access to extra giveaways of higher value NFTs. And we'll be using our community pool. We'll be using proceeds from the sale of NFT. Half of the proceeds will go into the community pool. That will allow us to, provide staking, generate larger, more prizes, more giveaways, bigger airdrops. But the Platinum Pass giveaway will morph into the holder giveaway. We'll have holder specific. I didn't see who won that. Scorch.
Scorchman.
Scorch,
He's
let's
gonna be
go.
getting ape token.
Ape token for you, Scorch. So yeah,
and for the next winner as well.
That's me being very long-winded and saying Platinum Pass holders, we've got one last giveaway before we meant as a thank you. If you didn't get a Platinum Pass because you didn't even know about us a year ago, sorry, but that's okay because in the very near future, there won't be Platinum Pass giveaways. It'll just be holder giveaways. So all you have to do is hold an NFT. That's it. And we'll be giving away prizes and airdrops and stuff like that. So, yeah. Thanks, Platinum Pass guys. We got you.
Yeah. And we definitely are going to be giving out whitelists up until the event, guys. We As you guys know, we hired a marketing team to kind of handle, getting new members in the Discord and some of these giveaways and stuff. We are going to be giving away some whitelists. I know some of you guys are already whitelisted. Um, the winner of this next Rumble is actually going to get whitelisted. So we are excited for that. But guys, honestly, the only thing that makes this project work is just all of these other amazing community members, content creators like Justin and these games, guys. Like this is why we're here. We have been here for 2 years. We've given away over $100,000, and it's all been possible because we are all a bunch of degenerates playing these games. I mean, the earning for Phantom Galaxies just tripled. Alluvium just launched, and you guys can earn from that. I mean, there's just BBW. If you guys were here for BBW, then but
That was
we love
like the
The
most
nasty
amount of
games.
degen behavior that I have ever seen in my life. But
uh,
I
before we
think we
go
just
on
looking for
degenning,
something to do. We might have been bored.
yeah,
and that's the thing,
let me
guys.
cut off our stream here, guys. If you're watching the stream, thank you for watching, getting our community. Our community is awesome. Our community is the reason we're here. We did not start out as an NFT project. We started out as a community for people to come bitch and moan about projects that kicked us out. So if you want to come do that, come on, get in here, and now we're playing these games. We're earning money as a community. Members are bringing new games and new assets and new perspective on Web3, on gaming, on NFTs, on AI. It's a community, not just five guys on the Alpha Origins team telling you what to do. It's all of us together, and so get in here, get with us, and enjoy the live stream because it's over.